Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at some more AAA titles on the Steam Deck. As you can see, we're kicking it off straight away with No Kuni. Love this game. I love the art style. I love the vibe of it. It's very Studio Ghibli-esque. I mean, I guess it is Studio Ghibli-esque because it is literally animated by Studio Ghibli. So I guess that kind of explains that. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's see how well it runs on the Steam Deck. I've had no problems with this one on previous devices such as the Eye and Ear. So running on the Steam Deck, you'd expect it to be pretty flawless, right? So, well, let me answer your question for you pretty easily. Yeah, it's flawless. It literally is flawless. If you really want to play this game, or if this is a game that you've had on your backlog, it's been on my backlog since the PS3. I bought it on PS3, I just never got around to playing it. The thing with RPGs and me is, like, I have to set aside a long time to play them, otherwise I'll do like 10 hours of it, and then I'll leave it for a few weeks, and then it's just like, you've forgotten half of the story because there's so much going on in an RPG. So I need to kind of like consistently play an RPG all the way to the end. So, and I haven't done that since I played Dragon Quest XI. So yeah, that's just me and RPGs anyway. So if I just show you the settings we're running, literally it's the standard settings, guys. I mean, I suppose we can drop the TDP down on this one because it doesn't actually require a lot of TDP. As you can see, 6, 60, 5, see a little bit of a stutter, put up to 5. So those are my settings. Obviously refresh rate could be adjusted, but for this game it works great at such a low TDP anyway. You might as well enjoy it at 60. As far as the actual in-game settings goes, or the graphical settings goes, I don't know if you can change them from here. I think you have to go to the main menu to change them, but yeah, it does look like it. They're all set on high, so there's not a lot of graphical settings for this game because it's a PS3 port, but they're all set on pretty much high settings. And as you can see, looks great. Only supports 16:9, so you're missing out on the top and bottom, which is a little annoying. If anyone knows a program or ways to get around the 16:9 thing with like a program with Linux, let me know, because it'd be nice to just stretch these games out a little bit more. But yeah, I'm not a massive expert on Linux or editing. I mean, I do edit like I call them INI files, but like INI files for Windows games. They're pretty simple, but Linux is a different file system entirely, so I don't like to delve into it too much without worrying that I'm going to break something. And yeah, by the way, guys, I'm not a massively expert. I'm not like amazing at this game. I remember playing it on Eye and Ear. I showed it off on the channel and someone was like ripping on me for playing really shit or something. I don't know, but yeah. This combat system is very unique and different to a lot of RPGs that I'm used to playing. Like I say, Dragon Quest is kind of my go-to RPG, so it's very like, you hit first, then they hit, then you hit, then they hit. It's very like, normally, I forgot the word for it, it's like one after the other. Turn-based, that's it. But this is obviously in real time, so you've got to think on your feet quite a lot in this one. And I did find the game to be pretty damn hard. It has some difficulty spikes that just like, I'm like, wow, I really do need to go back and probably grind for a bit. And I'm not a massive lover of grinding in RPGs, which is, I mean, obviously part of an RPG is the grind, so it's a bit like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I can be asked to grind if it's really worth playing. Like Dragon Quest XI is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm actually going to show that off next. So yeah, I guess you could kind of say this is kind of like an RPG-ish kind of video, but I do plan on showing off Destroy All Humans as well, and that's nowhere near an RPG. So yeah, as you can see, you're supposed to like block them and stuff if you're quick enough. I only just recently found out you can use the triggers to quickly change between. Previously I was using the bloody D-pad to change between the abilities. So yeah, you can say I'm a full-on noob at No Kuni, but I'm having a good time. The cutscenes are really nice as well. Love the Studio Ghibli style. But yeah, as you can see, I'm stuck in this volcano at the minute. I had to grind a lot in this volcano because first time I got in this volcano, I just got my ass whooped by everything I was fighting. What did he say? Freezing the lava. this is another weird thing, because it's an older title, they give you these spells, but you actually need the required MP for these spells. So if you don't have the required MP for like overworld spells, you need to go and get your MP back. It's a little bit weird. Like, these overworld spells you just expect to be able to use whenever, but no. Because I remember there's a section where you've got to light torches, and I didn't have enough fire by the end to light the last torch. I had to do it all over again. It's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's asking me to do here. Freeze the lava. So clearly I have a spell which allows me to freeze things. Frostbite. I'm guessing that's it, right? There we go, and that cost me 6 mana as well, considering it's like an overworld spell. Awesome. But yeah, as you can see, I'm probably very early in, because like I say, it's an RPG, but it runs great, looks amazing. Do wish I could get 16:10, but I mean, we'll take the resolution for what it is. A lot of games only really support 16:9, so especially because it's a PS3 port as well. But yeah, we'll jump into Dragon Quest now. Welcome back, guys, to the greatest RPG of all time. I'll take no debate on that, so don't even try me. I'm kidding, guys. It is an amazing RPG, don't get me wrong. I'd probably say Persona 4 is my favourite RPG of all time, but this is a solid second though in my book. As you can see, this is very near the start of the game. Basically what I've got is, I've got the definitive version, but I've also got the original version which was on Steam, and I finished the original version. And I'm literally on the last boss of the original version in the other version of Steam, so I don't want to show you that far into the game, because obviously that's massive spoilers. So I just thought I'd just show you the very start area. And to be fair, you need to tweak a few settings to get this running well anyway, so, which is a little bit annoying, because I was hoping just to be able to run it at a lower TDP, but it definitely requires around 9 TDP I've found. And you also could do a limit in the refresh rate on this one as well. So probably knock it down to 40. It's the beauty of the 40 Hz, right? Give you some more battery life too. Looks way smoother than the Switch version, 100%. I've also like got as far as the just after the battle with a massive octopus in the Switch version, and although it was amazing to play it on the go, it is lacking in graphical, in its looks. It's also lacking in the FPS as well. So if I just go to, I'll turn this down a bit. The music in Dragon Quest is by far one of the best things about it. Display mode, so it's in full screen. We've got resolution, so as you can see, is it actually running at 4K? Surely not, right? Surely that wasn't, why does it say it's running at 4K? I don't think it is running at 4K. I mean, I'd be massively surprised if it was. So the thing is, I found is if you set anti-aliasing at nothing, it makes the game look a lot sharper. Whereas if you set it at 6, it just makes the game look blurry. I'm guessing it's using some kind of like TA anti-aliasing or something. But yeah, it does make it look crazy sharper on the smaller screen. So I'd set the anti-aliasing down to 0, or nothing even. Don't really need it on this screen, to be fair, and it does take quite a bit of your FPS as well. As you can see, the post-processing is pretty nice to have, so we'll leave that at there. Shadow quality, it's nice that it adjusts everything in real time to give you a good idea. I'm pretty sure the Switch just had like the worst looking graphics. Frame rate, we got that locked at 60. VSync off, because Steam does that itself. And yeah, like I say, a lot better 40. It's all good. Just show you an example of battery life here. I'll stick this one on as well, so you can just check everything in real time. We look at an hour and 3 at 34%, so that's not bad, pretty decent that. It's pulling 13 watt a minute. Like I said, this is very start of the game, so I will try and skip and get to some fights. I'll probably skip all this start scene bit and let us go into the overworld. And we're back in the overworld bit. I read somewhere on Reddit that 40 Hz and locking it at 40 makes the input latency like a lot worse. I was reading that, so I don't know if Valve have put out a fix for that yet, or if they can actually fix that, but I just thought we'd do like a little test here. So apparently if you lock it to 40, or if you set it off even, the latency becomes a lot better. I mean, I wouldn't do that for the frame pacing, but yeah, apparently like and then apparently you get the best latency if you set the frame limit to off and the refresh rate to 60. So I don't know if, does that feel a lot more responsive as far as latency goes? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. It hasn't ever affected me in game. I haven't thought, wow, this latency is terrible, but yeah, just a thought on that one. And I noticed that the FPS is actually above 50 now, so maybe we can lock it at 50. I keep getting comments of you guys saying, just lock it at 40. And yeah, I fully get you. I fully understand why you're saying that, but just to my eyes, the difference in 40 and 50 is just a lot nicer for me. I see the 50 is pretty much smooth. I'm not even bothered about 60. 50 is like my go-to spot. And I keep reading about all the technical, like, half of 40 is 20, half of 50 is 25. It's got a bit about all that kind of stuff. I do read your comments on it, but for me personally, 50 just feels a lot nicer than 40. So that's kind of why I put it at 50. Don't get me wrong, if a game only can handle 40, I will put it down to 40, but if I'm stuck between 50 and 40, then I'll go for 50 normally. And as you can see, it will kind of drop down to 40 anyway, so I'll just drop it down to 40. So let's get into some fights. And whilst I'm fighting, I want to ask you guys a question. What is your guys' favourite RPGs? Because RPGs games are amazing because they're so long, you get fully invested with the characters. And I just want to know what your guys' favourite RPGs are. I mean, it could be on any system. I'm always down to be writing RPGs down in my massive backlog at some point. But yeah, I've always wanted to play Final Fantasy X. It's always been a game that I've always put on and never really given it enough time. I always get to like the first hour into it and then I never carry on after that. But I've heard that's amazing. And then you've got a Final Fantasy where it's like not turn-based. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I don't know if it's Final Fantasy. I don't know if it is Final Fantasy 11, but it's not turn-based. You've got like, you're all moving. It's similar to like No Kuni's combat style. Yeah, I've forgotten the name of that one, to be fair. But that one's supposed to be amazing as well. Yeah, I haven't ever finished a Final Fantasy game, so maybe I need to delve into that. But yeah, let me know what your guys' favourite RPGs are. It's always an interesting question. I'd say mine's Persona 4 and then Dragon Quest as well. Dragon Quest 11. Although I do love Dragon Quest Journey the Cursed King. Had that one on PS2. That was a great game. Graphics looking great on this, by the way. It's running at a solid 40. Some of the companions you can get in this one are so funny as well. I think his name's Sylvander. He's great. It's just an excellent journey. Just a great journey. I love it. I think we'll do a few more fights and then we'll move on to Destroy All Humans. I think I've got any spells yet. We'll try a spell out. And we'll kill this last one. Just want to say, if you guys have never tried this game, but you're thinking, oh, this looks cool, but I don't want to spend the money on it just in case I don't like it, they've got a demo out on the Steam store and on the eShop if you're a Switch user. It's literally free because it's a demo, and it gives you like 3 hours of gameplay. So go check the demo out. It's massively generous, and you'll get a massively good idea if you enjoy the game or not from the demo. So 100% recommend checking that out if you haven't played this before. But yeah, guys, that's Dragon Quest. Weird little stutter there, not sure why, maybe it was loading in the curve or something. But yeah, that's Dragon Quest 11. Welcome back, guys. I kind of saw the Porcupine there, not gonna lie. I went through my library, and we will do Destroy All Humans, we'll do that as the last game, but then I saw Dark Souls 3, and I thought, damn, Dark Souls 3, I actually love this game, so let's give it a go on the Steam Deck and see how well it performs. So, surprisingly doesn't run as optimized as I was expecting it to, so just give you an idea of what settings we're running here. Got it set on high, but if we go to advanced, pretty much everything's on high. I don't know if anti-aliasing, what kind of anti-aliasing they're using, but I don't think it's one of the taxing ones like MSAA. But yeah, everything's on high. As you can see, we're locked at 40 Hz like we were last game in Dragon Quest. Running on about 9 watt here. And yeah, it's pulling around 18 watt up here. So it's quite a demanding title, this one. Probably would take more if I gave it more as well. If I unlock the frame rate here, I mean, it would help if I put the refresh rate up a little bit. Just give you an idea what it's pulling. Yeah, so it's literally only just hitting 40. So if you want to play this game at high, I'd definitely lock it at 40. It's getting similar performance to Elden Ring, to be fair, which is interesting considering this game's like a lot older than Elden Ring. So maybe I might drop the settings down to medium, because high might just be a bit too taxing for it. But as you can see, locked at 40. Feels great. We'll see if it dips at all. I mean, this area has a lot of fog. Did not even see him there. Sorry, bruh. Looks good. It looks good, really good. It's definitely held up. I might even try my luck at this boss fight if we get that far, but we'll see. Like Elden Ring, now that we have the option to lock down at 40 Hz, definitely lock it at 40 Hz for this one. Does feel really smooth as well, but I mean, if you want to run it high, the game looks amazing. Let me look at that backdrop as well. Looks beaut. But yeah, if you're planning on running this at high, I'm not massively sure what the difference is if you knock this one down to medium. Let's just do that. Let's just so we've covered all bases here. We've covered the quality settings. If we go to medium, might not even look that much worse, but we might get like a bump up to like 50 Hz or something, or 50 FPS even. If I move that back up to... So, yeah, I mean, I guess I was right. That's really cool, to be fair. So, turning this one down to medium has given us a massive boost in FPS. So I guess we could lock this at 50 now, and it would be a locked 50. Like I explained to you in the last video, I don't know, 50 feels a lot smoother to me, so I'm not really that bothered if I can bump something to 50 Hz and 50 FPS. I probably would rather do that. But as you can see, it's dipping a little bit depending on where we are. So even though we're on medium, I'd still probably drop this down to 40. I could boost the wattage. I could turn TDP off. I mean, there's so much stuff you can mess about with now in the settings. It's quite overwhelming. Normally, just like to limit this because I don't like my system getting overheated, and I don't like the fan blaring as well. So prefer to really just leave stuff below 10 and below when I'm playing games. And I normally get quite a good performance now that we can change the hertz and stuff. Maybe turn this up a little bit. Any fans of Dark Souls out there? Elden Ring's amazing. Yeah, I know I just missed that as well. I should have jumped off the side. Elden Ring's amazing, but we can't forget about the classics like Dark Souls 3. Kind of want to make a confession to you guys now. My first Dark Souls was Dark Souls 2. So sadly, that's probably one of my favourites in the series. I know that it's not exactly frowned upon, but it's not really known as the best one. The best one's probably Dark Souls 1, right? But I've only really played that one on Switch, so maybe I should pick that up on Steam and get that played on here for the better experience. Because running Dark Souls at 30 FPS is not ideal. The boss fights need to be, like, you need to have that response time. Weirdly, I can't pause in Dark Souls, but I'm having a gyro issue as well, and I mean, I can't really explain to you guys now. I'm about to beat this boss. But, yeah, let me just concentrate, because kind of want to beat this boss first time. Can't remember this guy's moveset, but I know once we hit a certain point of his health, he starts going absolutely wild with his staff. Or halberd even. I might just massively embarrass myself here. I know he's supposed to roll into his attacks for the invulnerability frames. Like that. It's kind of mad how like you could be new to this series and they've just thrown you straight into a boss fight. It's kind of the charm of Dark Souls, right? Just like Elden Ring as well, I guess. Straight into that first boss fight, having no idea what to do. There we go. Big ass tentacle arm coming out. Very reminiscent of Resident Evil. Reminds me of Resident Evil quite a lot. Yeah, this is not looking good for me. I've forgotten this guy's moveset. It does not help that I can't see my health with that stupid stat bar. We're out with health files as well. Best thing to do is not to get greedy in this game. Fuck! Man, if I'd have dodged at the last second, I probably would have done that as well. Look at his health. Oh well. That was fun. But Dark Souls 3, as you can see, looks at 40. You're looking good. One of my childhood classic favourite games here. I remember getting this one from Blockbuster. Playing it all weekend. It is, don't get me wrong guys, this is not an amazing game, but for some reason, young me just loved going around and like anal probing people with that weird ass mechanic in the game. So let me just set that to full screen. FPS limit, view distance, all kind of normal settings here. We do get some decent performance to be fair, so I'll show you guys. I don't know if I'm quite far through the game or if I'm like a quarter way through, but I'm definitely not near the start to give you an idea of where we are. So I think we're in that mission where you have to like fight people in like a movie theatre, outdoor movie theatre kind of thing. So still locked at 40 here. Gonna bump this up to 60 to start with just to see what kind of performance we can get out of this game. Already pulling 13 watts here. Deck's on low battery gang. Always on low battery on my Steam Deck. I was playing Inscription again this morning. Incredible game. It's too addicting though. I get way too addicted to that. I'm just like, oh, one more run. One more run, one more run, one more run. And I'm like, maybe I should get up now. Right, let's just skip these cutscenes. Characters are really ridiculously stereotyped in this game. It's crazy. So as you can see, we're running around 50 FPS here. It's pulling 19 watts, so it's quite a demanding game this. Lock it down to 50, we might be able to settle at 50 lock here. And as you can see, it runs really smooth. A little dip there, but I guess that's because we're loading in a certain area. Runs perfectly at 50. You're looking at not a mad good battery life here. I mean, it's pulling 19 watt almost, so 22% battery life, going to net you 27% battery. 27 minutes of battery life, so not the best by all means, but it's kind of what you're looking at when you're running a game at this high of a wattage. We'll zap this guy. Easily playable at 50, this one. Let's put it down to 40 and see what kind of battery life we can get, just so you know. If you're fine at playing at 40, see if that really adjusts it. Still saying 27 there. We're pulling like a watt less almost, which is cool. So in theory, that battery life should be going up by a few minutes, right? I think at the minute we're just about to brainwash these kids. To be fair, 40 feels pretty smooth. Like in third-person games, 40 feels really good as well. So for the sake of like, I think it's saying we're going to get an extra. We're running at a lot lower wattage as well, which is nice. So it's saying we're going to get an extra like 4 minutes. If your battery was more charged than mine, you'd probably be looking at like an extra 15, 20 minutes, which is always nice to have. Mate, this Zapamatic gun is too OP. I've got like that chain on it, just links to everybody. How do I blast him with my... I've forgotten how to throw people with this. Maybe I hold it? Yeah, I hold it. Cool. Any fans of Destroy All Humans here? They've got a second one coming out soon. I think that's one set in like 1970s London or something. Should be pretty cool. I need to change my weapon. There we go. Yeah, that Zapamatic is mad. So powerful. But yeah, as you can see, we're locked. Locked at 40 here. We'll finish this mission. I think that's it. There we go, guys. That was Destroy All Humans, as you can see, working great at 40 Hz. Could even squeeze 50 out of it, but there you go. I'll speak to you guys soon.